Are y'all gonna make it awkward when I talk? Yeah. Hello everybody. I am here in the orchard under our plum tree with the sheep to do a little sit down video, but I don't know how long it'll last because they are staring me down and it's making me feel weird. They think I have some food. Y'all have plenty of grass. Yeah, you do. More grass than ever before. If you watched my last video, I alluded to doing a update video about where we've been the past 2 years. And honestly, this will probably be a little on the short side because so much has happened. You're really just going to have to check out our podcast. Not to have a shameless plug or anything, but truly 2 years worth of stuff. And last year was our craziest year ever. We upscaled the farm so much after COVID. When COVID happened, that's when we really, my husband and I were working from home. The food in the grocery stores was really scarce and we upped it. We started meat chickens. That was a whole thing. I think I had started them since the last video that I put out, but we were doing batches of 80 every month in the summer. I mean, it was crazy. And we'd had our own meat chicken breeding situation. That was so much work. We hatched out our own egg layers. We had a little chick business going on. Oh, it has been a whirlwind. So I would say the biggest update since my last video is we got real big into chickens and we went up and we went down. We are so burnt out from chickens. Right now we're taking a break from meat birds. We didn't do any this summer. But I think next year we're kind of running out now. We really packed our freezer and we've been good all year. But I think next year we're going to start again, maybe a little bit slower this time. But it was a good little break. The other big update is we got pigs. We got Duroc Pigs, and that was an adventure. They've actually been really, really good. They ended up being a little bit easier, knock on wood, than we expected. They do get out a lot, and that's a problem. But other than that, we really, really have enjoyed having them around. We pasture them and we keep them in the woods too. So we do the wooded, I don't even know if there's a term for it. It's not even a silvo. Oh, the sheep are getting real close. Hello. Am I bothering you being here? You gonna let me pet you? Maybe. We keep them in the woods a lot of the time, especially for the summer. And sometimes in the winter too, to keep any harsh weather off because the trees kind of protect them. But we had our first litter of pigs a couple weeks ago and they're so cute. We waited a really long time. It took a long time for our board to figure out how to get our girls pregnant, but we have one litter and I'm excited to see when we will get our next one because we have 3 females and 1 male adult Durocs, and they are 2 years old now. So that'll be really fun. It's really fun to watch them out there, and they're super, super cute, and I'm sure I'll overlay a lot of videos. But those are the 2 big things. We increased our sheep. Gosh, how many sheep do we have now? I think we have like 25. We have a ram that we really, really love, named a Haas. I forgot it for a second. He's right over there. He has been so amazing. He's the best ram that we've ever had. He's super friendly, and as you can tell, he has really gotten the flock to like us now, since he has kind of shown them that we're not going to hurt them and that they can come up to people. So that's been really cool. Let me think, what else? I'm trying to do a really quick nutshell update. We've been doing the podcast a lot. That's really my main takeaway. You got to go listen to the podcast if you're interested, because we had some predator problems. We did a lot of podcasts leading up to the pigs. Those are really funny to listen back to and see how far we've come and what we thought was going to happen and what actually happened. I'm trying to think. We haven't had a cow in a while. We got a little burnt out from that too. It's just been really hard with working full-time, both my husband and I, and he does all the butchering himself, and that takes a really long time between the actual processing of the animal and then the butchering of it. Hi, honey. Oh, sheep keep going after me. So that takes a lot of time, but I think we've taken a really good break and we will be back into that next year. My garden, not a lot of updates on the garden. I'm doing kind of the same thing that I've always been doing. I was really hopeful for my garden this year, and it is doing very well, but it's kind of been another flop year for me. So always next year with that. I know this is a really short video, but I think just to do a little update, that's kind of where we've been at. Oh, I forgot one of the biggest one. We are doing rotational grazing now. So we have mobile Premier One fencing that we use, and we move the sheep around in little quadrants around the property, and that has really helped with the like the fertility of the soil. It has made a lot of things more manageable. We've really liked it, and I'm going to do a whole video on that pretty soon because I think I had a lot of questions about how we do it and why we do it. But that's been another really big change. You can see well, maybe you can't see, but it's that white. They're in the middle of, they're still shedding their winter fur, if you can believe it. So that's why they look really raggedy. But you can see the mobile fencing, and those are just posts, and you pull them up and move them. And so you have little paddock areas that are really easy to move. You can tell that's where they were, and then here's where they are now, and how tall and they've been here for over 24 hours now. So we keep them in each paddock depending on how big it is and what time of year it is. Usually around 2 days, sometimes more. Like right now they're in here more because there's just so much grass. And they cut it down, and they're happy and we're happy, and it's worked really good for us. But they like it here because of all the trees in the orchard. Look at this apple tree. Look at all, it's hard to tell because they're green apples. I think it's a Granny Smith tree. But anyway, that was a little bit disjointed, but I wanted to give a small update since I teased it earlier in the week. But I hope you're having a great week. Stay on the lookout for new videos. I think I'm going to do a visual podcast with a special surprise guest in the next couple weeks. Have a great day.